at the training section to be proactive and reflect the knowledge garnered at the event for their future endeavors. The Speaker, State House of Assembly, Honorable Timothy Oweye, has emphasized the need for security operatives to redouble their efforts so as to salvage the alarming rates of insecurity. Honorable Oweye stated this while decorating the newly elevated police attached to him, Mr. Fatai Tijani, who has been promoted to the Assistant Superintendent of Police. The Speaker, while decorating the Assistant Superintendent of Police, recalled and condemned in strong terms the gruesome attacks on St. Francis Catholic Church or worshippers, a development which the Speaker said the killers of our worshippers will not be only arrested but in court the full wrath of the law. The State House of Assembly Speaker therefore congratulated the newly elevated Assistant Superintendent of Police just as he charged him to do more than before. Responding, the decorated Mr. Tijani appreciated the authority of the state's parliament for the honor done him. He promised them to do more in the area of protecting and securing in accordance with the standing rules and regulations of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The state chairman of All Progressives Congress APC, Prince Adegboyega Famodun, has assured residents of continuous provisions of dividends of democracy in their areas as long as Governor Oyetola remains in the state's shadow. The APC chairman was represented by Prince Kunle Famodun stated this at Idiogun Uluode compound, Okini Town, in Egbedere local government area, where he was hosted by the community on charting the way forward for further development in the area. The APC chairman expressed delight on the construction of new roads coming from Lameko to Okini Town, passing through Ilobu and Oshun towns, embarked upon by Governor Oyetola's led administration, which he observed will go a long way in ameliorating the suffering of those residents in that axis. In a speech, the Executive Secretary Osun Sube, Mr. Joye Bakari, who happens to be one of the residents of Okini Town, enumerated some of the dividends of democracy that had already been put in place for the benefits of the town, as construction of new school buildings with modern toilet facilities, drilling of boreholes, and provision of instructional materials in order to enhance teaching and learning activities in schools. Sabakar stressed that plans are underway on construction of more new school buildings, provision of boreholes, and construction good roads networks for the benefits of Okini LCDA residents. He therefore implored all residents of Okini and Osun at large to give maximum support to the present administration under the leadership of Governor Adegboyega Otola on his second term bid in office, so that lots of more deliverables could be enjoyed in the town and the state as a whole. No fewer than 500 participants from across the state are expected tomorrow morning at the maiden capacity building seminar packaged by Police Community Relations Committee, released by the Chairman State PCRC Alhaji Popola Okundoyin and the Secretary Edda John Okedoye, indicates that the seminar, which holds at White Plain Hotel, Ogoluwa area, Gbongan Ibadan Road, Osogbo, will be preceded by the election of new state executives for the association and the swearing-in formalities. The statement stresses that the seminar, which is the first of its kind in the honors of PCRC in the country, is aimed at enhancing security awareness among members of the public. The program will attract dignitaries from all walks of life, including the Chairman PCRC, Dr. Farouk Miyama, the National Vice Chairman PCRC Southwest, Alhaji Ibrahim Olaniyan, National Assistant Secretary Alhaji Sodiq Momo Iza, Force Public Relations Officer CSP Olumiwa Adejobi, and the State Command Police Public Relations Officer SP Yemisi Opalola. The Chief Host is the Police Commissioner for the State Commands, Mr. Wale Olokode. Establishment of anti-corruption clubs in schools across the state aimed at changing the attitude of Nigerians by catching them young. The State Resident Anti-Corruption Commissioner Alhaji Baba Alaro Shuaib disclosed this at the official inauguration of anti-corruption clubs in private and public secondary schools in the state. He commended Governor Adegboyega Otola on his administration's effort to fight corruption. In their goodwill messages, the Commissioner for Education, Honorable Folonsho Ladoyin, and the Executive Secretary Subeb Alhaji Adeoye Bakare disclosed that the government will leave no stone unturned to curb corruption in both private and public sectors. Therefore, encouraged the students to shun corrupt practices in their domain. The first batch of pilgrims from the states which departed Mudassiz Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, yesterday arrived the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia last night. The over 400 pilgrims touched down in Medina, hale and healthy, full of praises to the Almighty Allah for seeing them through the journey. OSBC correspondent Kuturat Olariwaju reported that immediately after going through immigration formalities, the state contingents were led to their accommodation. While in Medina, the pilgrims will visit places of spiritual and historic importance, particularly Prophet Muhammad's Mosque, which is the second most important place of worship in Islam after the Grand Mosque in Mecca. Unique Transworld Resources Limited, an institute in Osogbo, has opened admission to all prospective candidates who are interested in first aiders and health safety personnel as a career to obtain their forms at the Institute Office, Kilometer 4, Gbọ̀ngàn Expressway, opposite Bovos Filling Station, Ogoluwa, Osogbo. The institution will train students to become certified first aiders and health safety personnel with the opportunity to work anywhere in the world, such as United Kingdom, Canada, United States of America, among other countries of the world. Unique Transworld Resources Limited institution is approved by the State Ministries of Health and Education, released by the Institute Management, called on interested candidates to visit the college, Kilometer 4, Gbọ̀ngàn Road, opposite Bovas Filling Station, Ogoluwa, Osogbo, or call 0706 902 3934. And that was the home news. Good afternoon.
You're listening to 104.5 megahertz.
Just like water, we are your indispensable companion.
OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, Voice of the West. Don't touch the dial.